Hi guys, welcome back to the BMW Guy channel, and today I'm going to be discussing oil and why I change my oil depending on the season of the year. So you may not realise this, but there are different oils that work better at different times of the year, and this obviously isn't due to anything like the lunar calendar or anything like that. This is purely down to the ambient temperature and the seasons of the year. So during the summer times, I like to run 5W30, which is the recommended oil grade for this engine, the M47. And then during the winter times, I started running 0W30. And my reasons for this will be explained, but I'll just go and explain the science behind it first. So the 5W30, actually I'll get, and I've got an oil can here, which shows you, not sure if it's covered in filth, but right, if I put this here, so as you can see, the oil can has a rating on it, 0W30, and I'm just using this as an example because it makes it so much easier to explain. So this number here is the viscosity at, well, it represents the viscosity at low temperatures. So for example, the lower this number, the thinner the oil is when it's cold. On the flip side, this one is the viscosity when it's hot, and the higher this one is, the thinner the oil is at high temperatures. So it's a bit of a confusing system, but essentially the reason this is better during winter is because the oil is thinner, which means it's able to get around the engine on cold starts in cold weather far more efficiently than 5W30, which can be a bit thicker and a bit slower to move around the engine. This obviously gives greater protection to the engine when starting up the car. In terms of running at full temperature, as you can see, this is the same as the 5W30, so it's going to be no different, but it just gives that bit more protection. So the reason I do this is because obviously this is the M47 engine, which has a nice tendency to grenade itself due to the timing chain issue. So I've started doing this to essentially protect that engine during the cold climates. We are currently in November. We're starting to have our first few sort of freezes and chills, and I must say this car has been starting up much easier with the 0W30 than with the 5W30 that I ran last year. And to be honest, that's proved its worth to me, really. In terms of other oils, I like to run Castrol Edge. That's what I prefer to do. It's sort of the recommended BMW brand, as it were, and you can vary the grade depending on your circumstances. 0W30 is best suited to climates sort of at 5 degrees and below. So obviously this is winter now, and it's going to be hitting those temperatures more regularly than it was in the summer. 5W30 is sort of 5 degrees and above, so that's when it provides its best protection for the engine. There are arguments to say that you could run 0W30 all of the time, and to be honest, yes you could, but the overarching theme here is that there is an optimum for each temperature, and it's best to use your oil according to those temperatures. Obviously the odd cold start with 5W30 under 5 isn't gonna cause any issues at all. However, in the long term it's better to have that protection than not. So yeah, that's just a quick explanation, guys, as to why I use different oils sort of depending on the time of the year. If there's something that interests you, if you've got any questions about it, just stick them down in the comments below. You can also follow me at the BMW Guy Official on Instagram, where I'm nice and easily accessible. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more daily BMW content, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.